So I decided to test out a few things. I picked up a few deals here and there very quickly, and then also my father decided to partner. What's going on? I'm starting right away. It's the first time I would do this type of presentation online with regards to real estate. But I'm going to go ahead anyway and share some value. What's going on? I'm starting right away. It's the first time I would do this type of presentation online. All right, so first of all, let me go ahead and mute that, whatever it is that's talking right now. All right, cool. Yep, let me mute that. Perfect. All right, cool. So it's going to be an exciting time. I'm going to try to keep it under an hour, okay? But if you're here because you're curious on what I have to share, kudos to you, rightfully so, because the concept I'm going to be sharing with you, it's going to shake up the industry heavy over the next few years. But consider yourself lucky for being here right now, okay? Because I am part of another industry that this concept kind of shook up back in 2008, 09, 10. But you know, real estate has been immune against this a little bit over time. But I'm afraid that it's time that I share this with people, so you too you can capitalize on it and use it. Okay, so if you're here, please announce yourself wherever, you know, maybe in the chat group, on YouTube, or Meetup. Just say who you are and where you're logging in from. But yes, real estate wholesaling is dead, at least the way you knew it. Okay, so I'm going to be sharing a little bit of a different concept with you today, and if it makes sense, you just want to be nodding to yourself. And but the good news is that I have a solution for what's going on. If you're here, chances are you're spending a ton of money already on marketing. I'm trying to get your first deal, second deal, the next deal, but you're probably realizing that those direct mailing are not working as good as they used to. I'm going to share with you why they're not working. Okay, I'm going to give you a few scenarios, and if it makes sense, it makes sense. You know, if it doesn't, you know, you can also share that with me in the chat group. But I think it's going to make sense to you. Um, But before we get into that, I think you should know who I am. My name is Ola. Some people call me Tox. My last name is Abitogun. And I've been in New Jersey now. It's 2000 and what? Okay, it's going to be 19 years that I've been in New Jersey. In May, June. I was born in Texas. I was raised in Nigeria, Africa. I am a bona fide Nigerian. And some people want me to, because of legal reasons, because my passport is blue, they want me to say Nigerian American. But however way you see me, it's perfectly fine with me, okay? But I can identify with both, because now it's coming up to most of my life has been spent here in the United States. And a lot of that, most of my life is spent in New Jersey now, okay? So this is what I know. Okay, but my developing years were in Nigeria, and it was a fantastic experience. I have great parents. I was raised by fantastic parents that really valued education so much that it doesn't matter what you're going to do with your life, just go to school, right? So when I came back, I went through Middlesex County College. For 3 semesters, that was pretty much a waste. And then I went through NJIT for the next 6 years of my life. And it was some fun, but you know, I was working at FedEx most of all that time that I was in college. I was working between 1999 and 2006. I was working at FedEx. In 2004, I got exposed into this world of real estate, and I took it on like a bull, right? You know, when I went in, I met a few mentors. Anthony Cardinelli, some of you may know him. Bob Barnback, you know, introduced me together, met up. I went I went hard. Okay, some of you may even know who Richard Douglas is, right? So some of this guy, I learned one thing or two. Glenn Galucci, you know, I learned some rehab, did a couple of rehabs from him, right? And then, of course, 2008 happened, and then everything crashed. Boom, right? Right? And that happened and totally wiped out my business. The reason I consider myself lucky was that I did not have a luxury lifestyle. I didn't have a luxury lifestyle. I was making good money, a lot of money, averaging 30, 40 grand per month from the deals I was doing. I did a few of them in partnership with my friend Anthony and some other people, you know. As a matter of fact, there's no deal I've ever done that I didn't partner with somebody, to be honest with you. So partnership is a beautiful thing that we learn in real estate, and it's still it's actually more important right now to understand the power of partnership now more than ever before. If you want to be a one-man business, you are going to struggle for a long time because then you don't really understand leverage, okay? So, but anyway, let me talk to you, right? So, in 2008, everything disappeared. I was able to live on my savings for probably the whole of 2008, 2009, living on my savings. I tried to get into the car business, exporting car business. All of that was a total disaster. Then I found myself early 2009. I picked up a new skill, which is digital marketing, internet marketing, and all that stuff. And because my background from NJIT was computer engineering, maybe because, maybe not, I'm not sure. But, you know, I was able to leverage everything I know up to that point, and I was able to create another series of massive success on the internet, okay? So in case you're wondering, do people really make money on the internet? Well, that's what I've been living on since 2000 and ending of 2009, okay? So I was lucky enough to not go all the way down to zero before I was able to pick that up again. And at that time, my brother joined me as well, and we were able to create some massive success, build a big brand online. And to be honest with you, a lot of ups and downs since then as well too, because there's a learning curve that's involved with that. Okay, but the good thing is that I came into that arena knowing, having a mindset, understanding business, you know, having the background that I have in real estate. And in 2014, I was like, real estate is still there. People are still wholesaling. People are still short selling and all those things. So I decided to test out a few things. I picked up a few deals here and there very quickly. And then also my father decided to partner with me. He got a license. We've been doing some few things since then. But here's what I noticed. You know, when I started back in 2004 and 5, you know, all we had to do was write a simple letter. You get a list of pre-foreclosures, and you write a simple letter, and you send out a letter to homes. And before you know it, you know, at the time I was making $300. This was back in 04, 05, right? I was making $300 per week from FedEx, from working at FedEx. And I didn't have my two sons now, 8 and 6. I wasn't married, you know, but I would take $100 from that $300 and I would spend it on mailing, you know, and I would do that just consistently like that. And I picked up quite a few deals. I closed my first deal in 2005 December. Okay, so that's like a whole year, because the first class I attended was back in 2004. So that's like a whole year. At the time, I already had enough 4 deals that I was working on together with my partner at the time that was in the pipeline, which altogether closed, you know, I made about $100,000 from all of them, right? But my first check was $10,000 in 2005. And I took that check, I broke into two, took 5 grand. I bought a Chrysler Concorde. I needed a car, so I bought a car at the time. And it was blitzed from that point, 2005, all the way up to mid 2008. So early 2008, I started to hear this, you know, including people like Bob Baumbach. They would say, you know, some of the no-doc loans, some of the loans that were easy to close. It was easy to find buyers. People were bringing buyers front and end to the table. Those things were disappearing and dissipating in my eyes. Before that, to be honest, I got to be honest with you, I felt invisible. You know, I mean, you know, I thought it was going to last forever, but sadly it didn't. And lo and behold, everything kind of dried off. I had about 30 short sale deals on my table, all approved, but no buyers. No buyers, zero buyers, literally. I had another deal I was doing in South Jersey. Just all kind of. The only thing I could really conclude by mid 2009 was to just shut down everything, so I can reset and figure out something. And that's how I found myself here. So it's been lovely. Now, when I came back into the business and tested some mailings, what has really happened all in all, overall, to be honest with you, is just waste of money on direct mailing. Okay. Direct mailing, if you're not paying attention, is overpriced right now. It's just overpriced. It's the worst type of marketing you can do right now to cold market to people that don't know you already, to people that don't trust you already. And that's part of the things that I'm going to be talking about here, okay? Because it's not, we're in a time and age, the noise is so much in the marketplace. And by the way, if you're a real estate investor, a real estate professional, an agent, you're none of those things, by the way. You're a marketer. Okay, so let's just get that out of the window right now. Let's just say that right now and get it over with. You are a marketer, okay? And understanding trading attention is a big deal for you, okay? Because think about it. The first one of the trainings that I went through back in early 2005 was 3 grand. It was money that I borrowed from my friend at the time. It was supposed to be my partner. He never paid attention, and I paid that 3 grand. Well, it was first of all a free seminar. You know how that goes, right? A free seminar, and then they upsold us on $200 for like a day. After the one day, then they upsold us on the $3,000. And after the $3,000, they tried to upsell us on something bigger. But of course, I was out of funds. I mean, I was a student. I was finishing my master's degree, so I didn't. There was no way